Hello, this is Eric Combs with the Sound Beginning series, and this is video 2 of 3 on teaching rhythm. So I've been talking about the book Teaching Rhythm by David Newell. In video 1 we talked about the theory behind the process. In video 2 that you're about to watch, we're going to see this practice put into motion with my honor 6th grade band, beginning band. And there's about 35 kids in the classroom, and you're going to see me teach 16th notes to those students in this video. Video 3, we're going to go more into depth on a book by David Newell called The Simple Rhythmician that really goes into teaching the fundamentals of rhythm and the theory behind it to the students. And that video 3 will also be done in front of a classroom. So, a couple of things you need to know about this video. Number 1, it's a very watered down version of what you'll find in the book Teaching Rhythm because I want to make it short so you can see the gist of it. I'm using an honor group, so I'm able to go through this really quickly, and it works effectively for them because they catch on really fast. If I was in front of a different group, I would do this a lot slower. In fact, typically you're going to want to spread this out over about 2 weeks with just a minute or 2 done at the beginning of each class period and each rehearsal. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to lump it all into one day. So just imagine it being broken down into individual class periods. Another thing is I'm just kind of skimming the surface here. I'm doing just enough to get them to fluently read in 16th notes in 4/4. If I was doing this for real, which I will do with this group after today, then what I would do was I would also go into using counting words and syllables with the kids like it talks about in David Newell's book. You're not going to see that in today's video. What I am using is a sheet that I printed off from my Google Drive. There's instructions in the first video on how to find that, but my Google Drive is on my Facebook page, Thoughts from a Beginning Band Director. I'm taking a look at this top row up here because I'm using a slideshow on my computer. I've got my PC hooked up through my overhead up here on the TV, and as I push the right button, you can see I can go between blank screens and rhythms on the screens. And the paper that I printed off from my Google Drive shows me what rhythms are coming up. So let's take a look at how this process works. The way this is going to work is I'm going to play 4 counts of a rhythm on my trumpet on a tuning note, and you're immediately going to echo me with those 4 counts. So like if I go da, 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 then you play da, 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 da. So instruments up. Let's try that. Tuning note. My 4 counts first, then you echo. show you what it looks like whenever we play it. So it's still going to be I play, you echo. So here we go. That's the one you were having so much problems with a second ago. I want you to look at that again. Here's what it sounds like. Echo and ready and go E and A. Okay, now what I want to do is we're going to go back, and this time I'm going to play it. As you echo it, I'm going to show it up on the board. But what I want you to do is I want you to try to imagine in your head ahead of time what it's going to look like. So as I play it, kind of picture it in your head, think about what it's going to look like. We'll actually play each rhythm twice. I'll play, you echo, I'll play again, and then I'll flash it and see if it matches what you're thinking. So here's the first one. Imagine it. Yeah, so as I'm playing, you're imagining what it's getting ready to look like. Here's another one. I play, you echo. Of what you're imagining looks like what's on the board. This time I'm just going to show it to you, and I'm going to count you off, and then I want you to play it. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and go. And 1, 2, ready, and go. And 1, 2, ready, and go. And 1, 2, ready, and a go. And now I'm going to change it up just a little bit. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to count, and I'm going to count to 4. On count 3, I'm going to flash a rhythm like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to go away, and you're going to play it. Let's try that. Ready? Watch the board. 1, 2, 3, go. And 1, 2, ready, and go. And 1, 2, 3, go. And 1, 2, 3, play. And we're gonna do that one more time. 1, 2, ready, and a play. That's better. 1, 2, ready, and play. And okay, now we're gonna switch it up just a little bit more. This time, watch the board. Here's what's gonna happen. 1, 2, ready, and play. And let's keep going. 1, 2, ready, and play. And 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 this next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash it even faster. I'm going to go 1, 2, ready, and go. And 1, 2, ready, and play. And 1, 2, ready, and play. And alright, now what I want you to do is open up your red Essential Elements books to number 50. Essential Elements book 2, number 50. This should all be stuff that you're used to seeing, so we just played it all. And notice that there's no pitches on that. It's all just one note. What we're going to do is we're going to play our tuning note. And let's play all of number 50, and we will take the repeat. So as written. 1, 2, ready, and go. And no repeat. So the next one, adding in notes now. 1 and 2, E and O, ready, and play. And take a look at the next one, number 52. Think about that for a second. No repeat. 1 and 2 and ready, and go. And okay, if you looked up at the top of the page, you'll notice that it tells you what it's called. These are called 16th notes. Is there anybody who would be brave and wants to talk loud so the camera can hear them and tell me a little bit about 16th notes? Anything about 16th notes, the way they look, something about them, the way they're played. Yes?
Each 16th note is half a fourth of a beat.
Each 16th note is a fourth of a beat. That is correct, whenever we're playing in 4/4 time like this. It's a good job. In the song we're playing, each one's a fourth of a beat. Anything else? Anybody? What about the way they look? Yes?
Whenever they're like stuck to the two like eighth notes, they're stuck together and they have an extra bar.
They do have an extra bar on them. So you all notice that there are two of what we call flags on these. So each one of the beams has 2 flags on it. Kind of does look like an eighth note, only there's that extra one. Yes?
And it goes double the speed of an eighth note.
Goes double the speed of an eighth note? Exactly, yeah. If you'll notice that an eighth note would go this fast in the songs you're playing, dot, 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 they're gonna go double. Dot, 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 dot. The kids have left the room now, so let's just do a little recap on what we just saw. First of all, a reminder that you want to spread that out over a couple of weeks. If I were to have these same kids come in tomorrow morning and put some 16th notes in front of them with no explanation, they're probably going to trip over themselves right at first because I didn't give them ample time. So this was just a demo. I will say that the vast majority of those kids have never heard of or seen 16th notes before, so that part of it was authentic. But you would want to spread it out over the course of a couple of weeks just so they can sink in a little bit better. So I would pick the date that I was going to show them the 16th notes in the method book, back up a couple weeks from that to start doing this. But you'll notice that they became literate in that fairly quickly. You can do this with any of your rhythms that you teach. It even works with 6/8 time. So after this, there are other things that I'll do with the kids to help with rhythmic literacy. So I'll take the rhythms that they already know and we'll play games with them. At the back of the Essential Elements book, there is a rhythm page, and we'll run through that as a group. And then sometimes what we'll do is make a game out of it, and I'll tell them if they make a mistake, they drop out. The last person left playing is the winner. And over on my desk over here, I keep a jar of candy. The winner can get some candy out of there. Also, sometimes up on the TV here, whenever they walk into the room, I'll have like an 8-measure rhythm on the board. It'll have counting underneath it. There will be one mistake on it somewhere, maybe an and that should be an or one of the numbers will be incorrect. And then I keep a jar on the desk with everybody's name in it. At the beginning of class, everybody comes in, looks, they know that they might be selected. I'll draw a name out of the jar. Then they can either guess what the problem is and speak it correctly to me, and if they do, they get some candy, or if they want to, they can pass. But everybody gets to looking up at the TV for that, just because they know that they're probably going to be called on. So those are some more things that you can do with rhythm to drill this. I like doing speed drills like you saw occasionally, just to keep that fresh, and it also helps them to read things in phrases and play more smoothly than thinking note at a time. Now that's the end of video 2. If you'll watch video 3, we're going to go on even further, and we're going to dive into the part where we really explain to the kids the theory behind a rhythm.